This is Sexy Funny Raw, the podcast with me, adult film star and comedian Sylvia Sage, here to discuss what you've only dared to ask Google. Undress, unzip, and unwind. The party starts now. Ow!
That's some applause.
I know, so much applause. Thanks, Kurt, for that. I really appreciate it. Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Sexy Funny Raw. I'm here today with my producer, Alexander. Alexander,
Hey,
introduce
girl.
yourself.
Season 2, by the way.
Season 2.
Kicking off with a blast. I'm so excited.
I know, I'm so excited. We're coming out full force this year.
Yeah, and you told me who was on the show today, and I'm like, yes, girl.
You already did your research.
Oh, I had plenty of hours of research. For both of you, by the way, I have to say.
I was going to say, he will watch straight porn, just so you know. Like,
Yes.
I was just telling me he still watches Alexis Fox because...
For hours.
Yeah.
She's pretty awesome.
She is amazing.
She's amazing.
We just finished with Valentine's Day. Did you do anything special for Valentine's Day?
Yes, I bought half-off candy the next day.
Oh, good.
That's like the best
for
part of
you.
Valentine's. Are you kidding?
I stayed home. I did nothing.
Did
I
you
was going to
really?
go watch a comedy show, and then I didn't. And then I just stayed home like a loser. I think I fell asleep around 9:30. I'm
you kidding?
super impressive.
You do go to bed early because you're like a good
I'm a
girl.
lame-o.
No,
Because I like to
you're
be up
fabulous.
early. Because my
Yeah.
cats wake me up at 5:30 in the morning to feed them.
Plus,
so
you're like working out and all that. Like,
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
do
leave
that.
a very responsible life, except for Thursday night.
Saturday, Thursday night.
Making it rain on all those dancers at the Abbey. I saw you, girl.
Oh, I was. They were so hot.
But we're doing something new on the show. We're going to open
We
the
are.
show.
Yeah.
Your fans sometimes, your fans are great, by the way, because
They
they
are
are so in love
amazing.
with you.
I know, thanks,
but
guys.
sometimes they say weird things.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Always. There's never a not weird moment.
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay, so this on your Instagram, somebody literally, you posted something about being fierce and being a boss bitch. It's like, yeah, girls kick ass. And somebody said, give me titty. That's all they put.
I would give you titty. I just can't do it on Instagram. That's all I'm saying. You can go to any other platform, any other Google search, and find all the titty. So
Well, even I could give you a little titty. Big titty. But our topic for today is nerd culture.
Yeah.
Our guest co-host today is Nathan Bronson, known for his boyish good looks and acting chops, as well as being a favorite of the ladies and some of the men. Not personally, but on and off set. His star is quickly rising, and that's not the only body part. This dirty blonde Scorpio has a bad boy streak with piercings, tats, and extremely high sex drive. Thank you, Jesus. Before entering the adult arena, he was a chef and a stunt man.
he's still a chef, still a stunt man, and
fabulous.
still making things rise.
I get lit on fire and sling dick for a living. And then I'll cook you breakfast.
Okay, what time? And our special guest kicking off season 2 is London River. She started her adult industry career as a stripper in the Midwest and started working as a BDSM performer in 2015. After moving to LA to perform in hardcore porn, she's worked for multiple companies, has been nominated for XBiz and AVN awards, including the much popular AVN MILF Performer of the Year.
Ayo.
But she's a Midwestern girl at heart, spending her free time hiking with her dogs and getting to know new people.
I like that. I like this. That sounded like my pageant profile right there. Like,
I don't think many pageants start out with she started stripping in the
no, but
Midwest.
it ended that way.
They
It
should.
ended that
They
way.
should.
Honey Boo Boo, she's big on the strip circuit.
That's true. That's true. Where are you from in the Midwest?
Nebraska.
Okay, I'm Midwest too. I'm Kansas City, so we're like
Oh my
we're like
goodness,
right
you're-
there.
Okay,
yeah.
you're 3 hours from where I went to college.
Oh,
'Cause I went to
amazing.
school in Lincoln.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Oh, see, look, bonding right there. You see that? That's what bonding's about. I love it. Midwestern people, we get each other. We just know what it's like, and we know that we had to get the fuck out of there, right?
I don't know. I kind of like.
You loved
visiting.
it, but visiting, not living.
Yeah. Well, it's cold. It's cold.
It's miserable. Yeah, no, my parents like call me all the time. They're like, it's like negative 16 here. I'm like, well, how would anyone miss that? I don't understand why
Yeah.
people stay.
Yeah, I just talked to my dad the other day, and he's like, "Oh, it's about negative 29 outside. It was nighttime there." And he's like, "But with the wind chill, it's like and I'm just
Like,
like
they
why
build
would you-
houses other places.
Why would you be there? Why
Yeah.
are you there?" Well, and he's just visiting. He lives in Orlando now, and I'm like, "It is February.
Oh,
Maybe
nice.
just don't.
Yeah.
Just tell all of your relatives you can't
Right.
see them until May at
Yeah.
least. I don't know.
So he's in Orlando now.
Yes.
Oh, good. That's the place to be. That's where old people should go to die. That's just, I think so.
It dries out their skin a lot easier, and it keeps them preserved for a while.
Is that what it is?
I don't
Is
know.
the preserving?
Yeah. The science is not really on point on that one.
You guys know that the fact is people in Florida, they have such a huge sex and STD problem in the old folks' home because they're doing nothing but having sex in Florida.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
And they're not testing like we are. So.
You give them Viagra and Molly, bro, they'll go all day.
And Golden Girls episodes, are you kidding? They're good to go.
Oh yeah, and what
Gets
what
me
else
hard.
are they gonna do? You can garden for like an hour or two, and then you got to put your hoe somewhere, right?
Yes, I just watching me bury this vegetable is really getting me. I want to fuck something out.
You want to bury
I
your
wanna-
you want to bury your vegetable?
Yeah, I
You
wanna-
know, the STD part doesn't make me happy, but the fact that people are fucking into
That
their
does
80s
make you
and
happy, yeah.
90s makes me so happy.
And you know what?
It makes me look forward to being old because then I won't even give a shit what I look like. I'll be like, I'm old and wrinkly. Fuck me. Like,
And people
let's
still
get
wanna
it.
fuck.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Apparently, they don't care about the STDs either, so you just keep going. Don't ever go to the doctor. Fuck it.
Well,
Well, no, okay, maybe.
they do itch after a while. STDs will start to itch and form green pus that we don't want. But I mean, as long as you're getting it checked, for me, I feel like STDs are like colds. You know what I'm saying? Like especially like gonorrhea. It's like okay, a pill and a shot. I'm fine. Like it's a week off of work. For me, it's like vacation. I don't know how you guys feel about gonorrhea, but for me, I'm like, I could use the break.
Last time, a couple times it happened to me, it was not a time where I could afford that to happen. So
See,
it
it
was like,
only happens to me when I've had a bunch of scenes that week. Like I'll have 10 scenes in a week and then I'll get gonorrhea and I'm like, fuck, it's about time. Like I am exhausted.
Well, it's because the odds aren't in your favor.
Exactly.
Like I did a bunch of gangbangs all at once and I ended up with it. And I'm like, of course.
Yeah.
And then I was like, but I had like 3 gangbang rates in the course of 2 weeks. So I
Right.
was like,
Vacation!
Exactly. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to mow my lawn. I'm going to like get shit done. It's going to
can
be
do my
awesome.
laundry off. Gotta mop the floor.
110%. I am totally with you on
This
that.
is going to be so upsetting for people.
I feel like this is a.
Wait, quick thing. Do you guys remember when you were young and they first told you about STDs?
Oh.
When you thought about it?
They made you think that your vagina
Was
would
gonna
fall
rot off.
of your body. Like you're gonna get gonorrhea and you're definitely going to fucking like die. It's gonna give you cancer. Like
It was also all the worst photos. It
Yeah.
was like people who like have herpes like of their eye and it's like swollen.
or people that just left something
Right,
for
untreated.
way longer than
Yeah.
anyone would. Like
Right.
why would you?
Horrible.
Why wouldn't you just go to like when things are feel off? Go, just go. What's wrong
What
with
they
you?
didn't-
Tickle in your dick, fuck it, you know?
What they didn't tell us is they only gave us like the STD pictures of like meth addicts like from the past 15
Right.
years. And they're like, this is what happens when you have sex on meth and then don't treat it for 15 years. That's what happens.
Super weak, right?
Super weak. All right. I feel like this is going to take us into our word of the day quite easily. Our word of the day for today is. Oh, I was waiting on Kurt and my little sound, but it's not coming.
I'm waiting for you to say it.
Oh,
Season 2, folks.
God damn
Put in
it.
all the stops.
I also don't know that I can pronounce it, so we're going to try really hard. Comaclitic. There it is. That's what I was hoping for. Yeah. A comaclitic. Does anyone know what that means?
Can I have that in a sentence?
No, you cannot. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce it into a sentence. What would you imagine that a
Does
comaclitic
it start
means?
with an A?
Is it a verb?
Okay.
A comaclitic starts with an A, yes. It's,
Okay.
I'm going to spell it. Just it won't matter, but I'm going to. AC. It tells you what it
Oh,
means.
sorry.
ACOMOCLITIC.
That didn't help me at all.
I know it didn't help me at all.
I'm going to guess comaclitic is when you're in a coma, but someone's still flicking your bean.
Wow, that would be
good one.
amazing. I would love if that's what a comaclitic
Not in a
means.
rapey way, not like Kill Bill
Yeah.
status where he's like, you know.
No, I was down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's like. Just
While
like,
you were sleeping with Sandra
yeah,
Bullock
just like
way.
a little
Yeah.
massage, you know, like the sponge bath, and got you. Everybody
Oh,
gets
that's
one.
nice.
That'd be nice. Is
That's
that
a
what it
ni-
is?
It's not that, but
Oh,
I
well.
wish it was. London, any guesses?
No.
Okay. I didn't know either. So it's a fetish for hairless genitals. That's what it is.
Oh, I
A
have
comaclitic.
those.
Guy and girl?
You have a fetish for?
No, well, actually, I do. I really like hairless genitals.
Are you? I assume you have
I mean,
a hairless genital.
yeah, I do. I
Yeah.
mean, I like a clean workspace. Usually, it's you know.
Agreed.
No, do you like the hairless genitals on women, or you like men with no hair?
Yeah.
Both.
Oh, I love some like clean balls.
You're
'Cause I like
shaved,
to put
aren't
them
you?
in my
Yeah.
mouth
Yeah.
a lot.
I do.
Like,
I-
and I don't want hair in my mouth, so I just want to like. I like to suck on balls. If you like
Yeah.
to suck on balls, maybe you like them to like be a little bit hairless.
But the up top. You want the up top buzz too?
I honestly
You don't care.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
care that much, but I kind of prefer I prefer human beings to be hairless. I'm
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I don't. Are you completely hairless right now?
Let's
Are your crabs gone, by the way? Your crabs are gone. He used to have tattoos of crabs.
Yeah, 2 right there.
Right. It was
Oh,
the worst thing
man.
ever, but they are gone. I like
Did it
this.
hurt when you had to take them off?
It feels just about as bad as when you
Hey,
put it on.
spit microphone.
It feels like just as bad as when you put them on. Yeah. It just feels like when you're getting tattoo removed, like get a rubber band and just go that with it.
fine.
It feels kind of like that.
That was the word of the day last time.
What? Laser remove?
No, getting rubber bands on you.
Oh.
Okay, so it's good.
Yeah, I honestly, for a long time, I was just about to get everything lasered.
Yeah, I do laser too.
well,
You do laser? No, you just
No.
shave every day.
I can't. My hair is too. I'm blonde.
Fine.
I'm naturally blonde. It doesn't work.
That sucks because I don't know
Yeah.
what I'd do without laser hair
No, I've
removal.
done a consultation on this. I actually have to shave.
Wow.
That's
But
Alexander-
It's okay because it's also so fine that like
It's
honestly,
nothing.
you don't notice it. So
Yeah.
even if I miss a spot, it takes
Oh,
like
that's
a
amazing.
week for it to even show up.
That's amazing. I do not have that at all. No, I'm constantly like, I'm missed a spot and I can tell. And it's not okay.
That's
not
how I feel when I
okay.
wipe.
Give me titty.
Yeah. Oh, gross. I'm going to buy you wet wipes. Gross. Are you affected by hair? No hair? How do you
I
feel?
don't want it on an ass.
Oh, an ass.
But like a guy should have some around the front, or else it's
I
like
feel the
it's like
same.
junior prom all over again.
Yeah, I want something. I want a little something.
That's what I'm trying to portray. I'm trying to make everyone feel like they're back at prom.
But does everyone, how do you feel about the Bush thing that's happening right now? That the Bush is coming back? How do you
know,
feel about it?
I mean, I don't have like strong feelings. I'll
Yeah.
still get in there. Like
Yeah.
it's not like I'm.
And you're
you
like,
know,
I actually had something in my teeth. Thank you. You
I'm
know?
not. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not kicking anyone out of bed over it. But like,
Get out.
I like it. Like if at least like the lips are sort of clear,
Yeah, agreed,
So that I
agreed.
can kind of get in there.
Yeah.
But I can't have a bush myself.
Can't grow it.
I get like the sporadic nature of my body hair
Yeah.
also happens there. So if I start to try to grow a bush and make a shape, it's patchy. So
Mine's
it looks like I
patchy,
have.
too.
It looks like I have mange a little bit.
Wait, I want to actually throw some out there at you guys because I worked with a Japanese company 2 years ago, and this
Mange.
was something I've never seen before, where it's the girl shaved everywhere else, but up her pussy lips towards like a clit. She grew out the hair like a mohawk.
It's a landing strip. It's called.
No,
a
no, no,
landing
no.
strip.
Not on the lips though.
Like,
He's
no,
talking about on the lips.
Inside. Like the only place she grew it was in the lips and towards the clit, not above it. So the landing strip is to the clit. This is all right here. So if that's her clit right there and this is her pussy.
What was her reasoning for it?
She
It's like
spoke
a shoe shiner
Japanese.
thing.
I
where
had
you
no
put your
fucking
your
idea.
shoe in and it gets it shined and it has like the brushes.
Well,
on
you'd
the
say
side.
that, but it's like, so we're trying to get the shot of me and
I
her
know
out, and her
exactly.
fucking hair is like going this far up, and I'm like, trying to,
no.
and it's just like, why would you grow that in the one spot
Yeah.
we have to do a scene?
Yeah. You had sex with a woman you couldn't speak to.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, it was interesting. It was weird.
Okay.
And
I wouldn't like that. Very much.
I didn't because
I wouldn't like that
Japanese,
very much.
It seems like with like Japanese porn, all the girls are doing a lot more very submissive and
Yeah,
like,
yeah. They
but
don't.
it felt very rapey, if you will.
Oh, well,
And the two
welcome to
guy-
MILF porn.
Yeah, but I'm fine with doing it as long as I can talk with the person. I've done so many rape scenes, it's like whatever. But when I can't get the like confirmation, like, hey, are you okay? I'm like, I don't know what she's saying. And then the two guys in the room only speak Japanese. I'm like,
Oh my God.
yeah, and
That,
the person that was supposed to speak English.
that
was
feels
not there.
illegal, not even rapey. That feels illegal.
Yeah. We all got paid, I think.
Is that check clear yet? Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Moving
All right,
on,
gotcha.
friends. We're moving on. Okay. So we like to just jump into it, guys, and just talk sex here. So we're talking sex. We're talking the first time experiences, the good, the bad, the ugly. How'd it happen? What's your in porn worst experience?
Oh.
Let's start there.
You want to go first?
There was a BDSM scene, and like, honestly, it just like it wasn't negotiated properly.
BDSM, by the way, is
Sorry,
just
I
because
apologize.
everybody might not know. So it's more like dominatrix style. Is that what you would?
Yeah, well, I was bottoming, but it was
interesting.
It was a bondage scene,
Bondage,
and it
there
was
we go.
anal stuff, and the director had said that they weren't going to do very much impact play or like any corporal with me because I've already done so much of that. So they were like, we'll just do like degradation things. And I'm like, okay, fun, whatever. And then I had a hood put over my head and then I was hit with a studded paddle.
A studded paddle?
Yeah, it had like these metal studs on it. And I was like, so I like called like, hey, I need a second for that. And he also hit my tit at one point. And I'm like, and then he came back with, well, I thought you were a pain girl. I thought you could do this. And I'm like, you just told me this isn't what we were doing.
Right.
So I'm not in the mental state to do this. And also, you didn't ask me if you could bruise me.
Right.
Like, I have to work.
Yeah.
I have a job.
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah.
Like, you're not. So that was my worst experience. It
Never worked for them again, right?
No.
Thank God.
No. And I don't actually, like, publicly call out the company,
Yeah.
but when girls ask,
You'll tell them no.
I'll be like, don't bother with
Good.
it.
Good. It's nice to give the, like, at least a heads up to other people. I totally get it.
Yeah.
Worst?
Worst experience ever was when I was first in the industry, and this was just mostly I still didn't know how the industry worked.
Yeah.
And this is mostly all a mind fuck thing. I was driving for Uber at the time, still trying to work porn. I thought my shoot for this particular gangbang was the day, like the next day. And so I'm in Malibu driving around, picking up people. I get hit up by my agent. He's like, where are you? I'm like, what do you mean, where am I? I'm driving Uber. And he's like, dude, you're supposed to be on set. And I'm like, no, that's tomorrow. He's like, let me check. He calls me back. No, you're supposed to be there right now. I'm like, fuck. And so I fly to set, get there. There's already 15 dudes all ready to go and everything. I didn't have any pills. I didn't have anything. So I'm like freaking out. He's like, the director's like, don't worry. Don't stress out. And I'm like, because I'm still new and trying to.
You're just in the corner jerking your dick?
Yeah, jerk my dick, trying to get there. The whole scene, I'm just flaccid. Could not do it.
No.
And then at the end, I'm just trying to at least get the pop shot because at one point we're all trying to fuck this girl. And I'm just going there limp noodling it, just trying to fucking find something. And ended up at the very end, director's like, if you don't come, you don't get paid. I'm like, cool. Bye. And then I went home to my ex-girlfriend at the time, like, and she was on her period and she didn't want to fuck when she was on her period. I was like, babe, can I please just go to like one of our swinger friends and go bang these people out because I just need to feel
like a man?
A man for a quick second. And she's like, I can't believe you'd ask me that. And so I was like, just like ended up sitting on the couch and just drank a bottle of whiskey to the dome. And just, that was the one thing about this industry that's been burned in my psyche that one time because I was always like, you're only as good as your last scene.
You failed that
You failed
scene.
miserably.
Yeah, and in front of a lot of people nonetheless.
But funny enough, we did another blow bang earlier this year for the same company, and they had that particular scene playing in the background, and so I was like, we're just laughing. I was
Like Inception.
yeah, it was real weird. But besides that, there's been many horrible days with lovely women that were just.
That's the thing is I feel like with you guys, you have to have sex with like all like the new girls. Cause like for us, there's only a certain group of men that even work. So we're having sex with the same guys all the time.
Yeah.
You have to have sex with new girls like on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I mean, lots of times because I do so much MILF stuff and you too, I get new girls.
Oh, I do get
and
some new
that
girls,
kind of
yeah.
thing. It'll be somebody that's brand new. And,
Yeah.
But I think it's easier for us because at least like, oh, well, I don't know. It's probably the same for the guys in some way. Like I just end up shoving a girl around. I'll be like, here, I want you here.
Well, the difference with it for me has always been like you try to show these like anyone who comes in a certain amount of respect, and you want to make them sure it's like, hey, I'm trying to get the shot, but I'm also want to make sure this girl doesn't go online and blast me over everything because I touched her in a wrong way. And so it's always this little fine line I'm trying to toe where it's like, I want to do what I need to do to keep my dick hard, but I don't want to push you in anything. And I'm trying to make sure that everyone's happy, but I still need to get my boner.
Do you take pills now?
I've always taken pills.
Okay.
I've only, I think I've had a handful of scenes where I didn't, but it's just
What
because.
are you taking?
Whatever.
Viagra?
Yeah, just Viagra. Just Viagra.
That's the only one you use? You don't ever use like Trimex or anything like that?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay. I find a good price one that doesn't fuck with my head. For a while, I was using this one that was from China.
Give you really bad headaches?
Oh, dude, it made me like you leave set and you just feel like your head was blowing up and like you're like and the tracers. It's hard to see.
Oh,
as you drive.
God.
It's delightful. The only thing that seemed to work to help it was a dark beer and a big hamburger, or maybe that just put me to sleep. I'm not really sure.
That is terrifying.
Yeah. I'm so glad we don't have to do that.
I'm glad
Lube. That's like our thing. Like I just have to have lube. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I need.
Honestly, I just masturbate Like
On set?
Yeah,
to get like ready?
The dudes get to fucking masturbate on set
Yeah,
to get
that's
ready.
true.
So like I'm weird. I guess.
Do you bring a
'cause-
toy or are you just fingering her?
No, because like if I'm gonna take like a really big dick in my pussy,
Yeah.
right? I just want my cervix to kind of
Open
fall
up.
back.
You're a
and get some
responsible
room.
person.
Because lube doesn't do that. You can add
That's
lube.
true.
You can add lube to a dick, but that dick is still gonna punch you right in the cervix if you're not ready for it. So I'm like, just get ready for it. You know. So I just
Interesting.
I'll like sit around on set in front of it, God and everybody, and DJ my clit while I'm like, dude, I'll suck your balls while I do it. But like,
London,
Wow,
that's why
I am
love
learning
you.
so much about you right now. But you just a finger. You just fingers. Because I can't even get like wet off of fingers anymore. Like, I could rub my clit for hours.
I can get wet with my clit, and sometimes I'll just borrow the person's penis. Like if his dick.
Do you
is
mind
up,
Bruce
I'm
bringing
like,
me your
I'd be like, do you mind if I sit on that?
Are you using that?
May I just say that finding someone like London or like there's a couple people in this industry that I love to work with because you can still do that.
Yeah.
And she's not going to treat me like I'm a John or a Trick. And she, like we actually can have fun on set. And if I'm like, hey, London, can you help me out a little bit? It's a hard day. Like I had a scene with her where I was sick the night before and she helped me out thoroughly through the whole day
And
to
it was
get
a
through.
condom scene.
It was a
too.
dude,
It was just
the-
like everything.
Cherry pimps.
No, it was
Wicked.
yeah, it was actually
Okay.
but it was like it just it
I'm like,
wasn't
am I allowed to say it was? Whatever, it happened. It was a condom scene.
but like the night before, I had to cut a scene halfway because I was about to throw up while I was like doing a scene, just because I'm not sure if I ate something bad. And then I had to stay in Vegas and then drive out to do this scene, and I was just trying. I thought I was gonna be able to have it, but it was just like the last position. I was just dying. So London's always been on one of my top favorites because
So that was one of your good stories then.
Oh yeah, well that's because it was with London. You know, it's like if it was another girl, it might have been fucking a horrible day.
Yeah.
I think it turned out to be a good scene though. It's just like we just had moments where, we like, and I actually like I said, I have a balls fetish. I'll play around with somebody's balls as long as they want.
Have you ever gotten sick on set?
Gotten
Sick, like gotten like ill on set?
No.
No, me either.
No.
No.
Twice.
You have? Just like from like you vomited on set?
One time was at Cherry Pimps, and one time was for Primal.
Hungover?
No. Like I ate something that day for Cherry Pimps, and we got through the pictures, and then we got into the scene, and like my stomach started hurting bad, and about 15 minutes before like I was supposed to do the pop shot, I look at the director because I'm fucking her, and I'm kind of going down, and I'm just like, get up, stood over
my
the side. I was
God.
like, I looked at her, I was like, just keep doing you, and I look at the director, I'm like, I'm gonna come on her face, and then I'm gonna run to the bathroom, and throw up, and so I stand in the corner, I'm just like, ready, bam, and just ran to the corner and just.
Oh my God.
Wow. I've thrown up at the end of scenes.
Really?
many times.
From it being a hard scene?
It was not even like not hard, like it being like too like bad in a bad way, but like I get sick sometimes when I'm overstimulated. I think like the adrenaline and stuff in my body
Interesting.
will give me some nausea. So like I've
You
done
came
scenes,
so hard that you.
yeah, I like two of the times that I've worked
amazing.
with James Dean, I threw up afterward. I get in my car and then I like start driving and then I pull over and I'm like, I need a nap. And then I'll like lay there for a second and then I like lean out the side of the car and vomit. And then I'm like, actually, I think I can go home now. But they were awesome scenes. Like they
Oh
were
my
super
God.
fun. It's just like too much fun.
Wow,
Too
that's
much fun.
crazy.
It's like I'm getting sick.
You're
from
like
too much
hungover
fun.
from the amazing sex.
Yeah.
Is it like when you
James-
take a multivitamin in the morning and all of a sudden I didn't eat?
It's not. It's more. It's almost like it's not. It doesn't even feel like bad. It's more like just like it's a sudden feeling where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna puke, and then I just lean over and do it. So it's not even like this constant nausea. It's more like I think it's just my body coming down from the endorphins. Because yeah, twice with James and once with Manuel, that's happened, and I'm like, and I don't tell them because
Yeah.
like I think they would feel weird about it. I mean, they might know after this, but like.
Have you ever walked away from a sex experience learning something about yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like what? Go ahead.
I learned a while back. I was fucking a girl doggy, and she had like these I can't remember what the back muscles that go across down your spine, but she had like really nice ones. I was like feeling them. I was just staring. I was like, I could come from just staring and touching that. That or just looking at different body parts. Oh,
So you're learning
when
what turns you on. Like,
Yeah.
different things turn you on.
Or like what? I think one time when I was working with Angela White, I asked her, I was like, "Hey, what do you like?" She's like, "I like my feet being sucked on." That's a horrible Australian accent. But I was
really
and
Mary Poppins, bitch.
and like halfway into the scene, I had her foot in my mouth. I'm just sucking on, it, and she's like, I'm like,
I like my feet sucked on. Yeah, that's something I learned in the porn industry about myself because I didn't think I did, and then somebody started sucking on my toes, and I was like, at first I was like, oh, I walk on those, and then I was like, but that feels nice.
Also-
It does feel like it when they lick my toes. It feels like they're licking my pussy. It's like a very it stimulates that.
Have you had him like chew on the side of your the flat part of your foot, like
No.
chew on that, like that? It feels neat.
Oh, it's like an itch. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I do like it. I'm down. Oh, my fans are gonna be so jealous of you right now. I like it. Okay, that's enough. I'm just kidding.
Too much excitement here.
What'd you learn about yourself, London?
Well, I actually have a foot fetish. I don't like having my feet sucked on
You don't?
that much. It tickles. Like anytime I do a scene where somebody's worshiping my feet, I spend the whole time like like just clenched. Like I'm like, don't kick him in the face. Don't kick him in the face. Don't kick him in the face.
He might like to be kicked in the face. You never know.
You never know, but you want to ask people
You're
before
right.
you kick them in the face.
Can I kick you in the face?
Would you mind? Would this be good for you? But I love to suck on other people's feet, and I really like
Yeah.
like boot licking and stuff.
Really?
Shoes, yeah.
What do you like? The bottoms of boots and shoes?
If they're set shoes, like
Oh,
the
okay,
person
okay,
only wears
got it.
them at work and
That's
not
what
like
these are.
outside,
Yeah.
then totally, yeah.
These don't even have
I'll jump
scuffs
in
on the
there.
bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like otherwise the top is still good. If these are your outdoor shoes or your
That's
gym
a different
shoes,
story.
I'm
Yeah.
like I'm
I
not-
was like, are you licking concrete out there? Is this what's happening in your life, London? You're just like, I really love the way the street tastes. I don't know. I'm just into it.
No.
Street
It's like-
chocolate.
but most people have their shoes for work.
Yeah,
or
that's
like,
true.
I learned this when a dude like put his foot on my face while he was fucking me, and his toe ended up like right by my mouth, and I'm like, ah. I'm like, it was like a reflex. I'm like, I don't know. what
Okay,
I'm
I'll lick it. I'll lick it.
I was just born for it, you know.
All right, so we all like feet. That's what we have learned about ourselves. All right, guys, we're gonna take a really quick break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk Google, the last things we Googled.
Shit.
This is Sexy Funny Raw, the podcast with me, adult film star and comedian Sylvia Sage, here to discuss what you've only dared to ask Google. Undress, unzip, and unwind. The party starts now.
Party starts now.
The party's back. The party is back. Okay,
Sylvia Sage. I have a sexy voice.
I do have a sexy voice. Thank you. I
You do.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Very
I have
Thank
a
you.
monotone voice. I sound like a horny robot.
People are really into that, so that's like a good thing right now. London, you're killing the game. Okay, so one of my favorite parts of the show is because I always want to learn, and I feel like in this day and age, a big part of what we do if we want to learn something is we just turn to the internet and we ask Google, right? Well, that's what I do because I'm usually too embarrassed to ask anybody else. And I will tell you the last thing that I Googled, and it's I am embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed only because I should have been doing better for so much longer. Don't judge me. The last thing I Googled was how your tongue really should look because I see all these people that are like, brush your tongue, you're dirty, you're dirty, you're dirty. And I brush my tongue, but I guess I haven't been like scrubbing my tongue. I don't know. I haven't been doing enough. I don't have the tongue scraper. I did just buy one because Google told me how important it really was. And I was like, oh my God, have I been disgusting my entire life? And I just didn't realize it. So I Googled the tongue thing and like how much it really does affect like your breath. And if you really aren't brushing your tongue, like there's nothing you can do to make your mouth clean. So brush your fucking tongues, people. That's what I'm saying.
Is it had a bunch of white shit all over it?
Well, I mean, not in general. I don't normally, because I still brush my tongue when I brush my teeth, but I wasn't like scraping. Do you know what I'm saying? And then I'm like seeing all these like porn people where they're like, brush your fucking tongue. And I'm like, am I the problem?
I know
like,
it's porn people. Those are.
yeah.
But some of it is also like because your tongue will have a whitish color, and it's not always
Right,
bacteria.
right.
That can I talked to a dentist about this, and he said
Okay,
that
good.
some of it's nutrition, and stuff
Oh,
too.
yeah, it is. I did
because
read
it's
that.
the actual it's the actual color of the tissue
What you're
on your
eating.
tongue and everything. It's not necessarily something you can scrape off without actually scraping off
Hurting
yourself.
Yeah.
So he was kind of like, don't go crazy.
Crazy. Okay.
Like-
That makes me feel better because
Yeah.
I'm over here like I'm ordering stuff online. I'm like, well, then I'm just going to scrape my tongue off because I
Yeah.
don't want to be dirty.
My dentist basically told me to like, brush your tongue, but don't
Okay.
don't go nuts.
Okay, well, that's where I'm at. I've been brushing
Yeah.
my tongue. That's not like a new thing in my life.
Well, that's
Okay.
just like brushing your teeth. If you overbrush your teeth, you take away the enamel, and then your
Yeah.
teeth get weaker. So it's like everything's in moderation.
That's true.
Yeah, you don't want to peel the skin off.
Thanks,
your
guys, because
tongue.
I was really embarrassed for myself. So,
So
thank you for making
I know who has. I know exactly who you're talking about, and they have a lot of opinions. And sometimes it's better to just, ignore those opinions.
Yeah.
or just ignore them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what was the last thing that you Googled then, Nathan? Do you remember?
Oh, let's double check on that one.
London, do you remember your last things? Alexander,
Oh,
what
yes,
have you got?
I remember.
Okay, go.
I Googled the spelling of the word orifice
Oh,
Okay.
because I didn't want to look stupid
Stupid.
on Twitter.
I don't know how to spell orifice.
Oh, it's ORIFICE.
Wow, I would have put a P in there. See? I would have.
That's
Oh, no, sorry, I was
Orpheus,
just
the
looking at
Greek
some
god, by the
Orpheus.
way. Orpheus.
Orpheus.
Yeah, that's a Greek god.
Spelled
That's
with an
the
F
PH.
or a P? Oh, that's with
Yeah,
a P.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
see, I wasn't way off base. Okay, see? That's good. Good to know. And how was your Twitter post? Was it successful?
I haven't posted
Aw.
it yet. I put in my drafts. Well, because I just didn't want to like reuse the word whole. You know.
Overuse of the word whole can be a bit tragic. I get it. Nathan?
Mine's not nearly as cool as Roger Allen Wade. If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. That's a song. Cutting Edge Testing, Sherman Oaks. What's the number?
Oh, so that's testing. That's
test-
That's sex related.
Yeah, come to
sex
find out,
related.
guys, if you use Cutting Edge Testing, they close at 5, but the last time you can get
4.
anything to them is around like 4 to 4:30 because
Yeah.
that's when the guy comes and gets it. Why?
Why-
In good God, are you still open until fucking
Yeah, I know.
5? Because you can't take things after that. I had a long conversation with them the other day. It was very
Why-
annoying.
I've
Why-
actually had that conversation with them too. They are open till 5, but you can only test until 4.
And they-
Well, then what else are you? Do you just go and hang out?
No,
Like, do they
yeah,
stay
well,
open
see-
so in case you need someone to talk to?
Yeah,
Or-
because if you take the blood after that, they can't keep it there. They're not allowed to.
so they can't even do a draw and send it out the next day.
No, so you just go chat for another half an hour,
don't-
maybe get them some coffee.
I don't understand.
I don't understand it either.
Yeah, I don't get it. And I was very irritated because I was running, like, I had to leave stunt set early. The director was pissed at me. Left there early, 45 minutes of traffic just to get there, like, by 4:50.
Didn't happen.
Didn't happen. I had to pay a guy an extra, like, what? I paid him $203 just to come to my house and take it because he had to come at 7.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, a guy from a place down in Pomona. He's like, you can get here at 8 in the morning, but I had to be on set. And I'm like, I'm not going all the way to Pomona.
Wow.
So he actually came out, nice old dude, and took all my blood and shit. But it was
Wow.
like $150 plus an extra $65 to come there, which at the same time, like,
Yeah.
I need to get tested.
Holy shit. Okay.
All right.
I'll give
and,
you guys number
and you guys should all be getting tested on a regular basis, not just porn stars.
every
'cause-
14 days, guys.
You're
Yeah,
all
if you're
fucking.
if you're fucking get tested.
Yeah, that's just what it is.
Even if you think that your partner, if you're like in a monogamous relationship
trust
and
them.
you think that your partner is also being monogamous, just go get fucking tested.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I realize that you trust your person,
Yeah.
but don't.
I love when I'm like, I recently had this and it was like a couple and they asked me to partake in a threesome. And I was like, well, you would both have to be tested. And he goes, well, I'm tested, but she's not. And I was like, well, then no, because I'm still fucking her. Like, I need all of the people I'm fucking to be tested. Like,
Yeah,
it's
just-
still an exchange of fluids. Things can still happen. Like,
Well, yeah, I've dated some civilians recently.
Yeah.
I'm like, before this is to continue,
yeah.
I would like you
Yes.
to go take care of your shit.
Yes.
And
Or rock condoms.
Yeah.
Or
And,
both,
no,
please.
condoms are the worst, by
Yeah.
the way.
They are gross.
I don't want to like. I don't like to get my. They tear me up.
They
too
do.
much.
They-
and
same.
they make your pussy smell kind of like burnt tires.
Yeah, they
I
do.
don't-
You don't like that?
You're not into that smell?
I
Brilliant.
love that smell.
That gas station
Good here.
smell. All right, we are going to move on because we do have a topic, and it's nerd culture. Because London is a proclaimed. What is the word I'm looking for? Proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed, yeah.
Proclaimed. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's
That's the
the
word I
word,
wanted.
yeah, good
Thanks.
job.
Nerd. Are you a nerd? Why
I'm
do
going to
you-
go play D&D after this.
Oh, you're a
Oh my
total
God.
nerd.
I'm
oh
not
my
so-
God. You play D&D, London? What do you
No.
play? What's your video? Are you a video game nerd or what?
I'm not that kind of nerd.
Oh, okay, what kind of
I'm
nerd?
more of a sci-fi fantasy nerd.
Oh, okay. So that's a totally different nerd. You are a nerd. No, I'm
Well,
just
I would like to point out, because I'm in the stunt business and movies have been my passion for forever, it's like you kind of go towards that realm nowadays, especially because of all the superhero movies. So you're kind of always put there.
put in a nerd.
Yeah,
The only-
because those are where the big stunts are, and I love anything that makes me get thrown through a building is a good day
Oh
for
my
me.
God.
So
Oh my God.
Yeah, the only PC gaming the only gaming I've been into is PC gaming, and I don't do it with groups. Like
That's you mean
your computer on your
games.
computer.
Got it.
But I don't fucking. I'm introverted, so I don't participate in anything with other humans.
So what do you
Drinking.
mean? What do you mean by being a sci-fi nerd? Like you just love like Star Wars and stuff like that? Is that like?
Yeah, well, and I love reading. Like, I guess this is the only time
Okay.
I'll get social is I'll go to like conventions and stuff.
You
I went to
do?
a wheel of. I went to like Jordan Con a while back, which is a Wheel of Time. Well, it's not just Wheel of Time, but Robert.
What's Wheel of Time?
It's a 15-volume fantasy series.
oh, I know.
Oh, okay.
And every book is about the length of the Bible. It's a commitment.
Oh my God.
But they're making an Amazon.
And you've read all
series that-
15?
I've read all 15 8.5 times now.
What? Oh my God, you are way bigger of a nerd than I could have ever
Well,
even
because
imagined.
when you have that
I
many
barely
books,
read a whole book.
when you have that many like books, then you like kind of forget things that happened
Yeah.
earlier. So then when you read it again, you like see all of these things that are foreshadowing that you didn't even think about because you didn't know. And they're like, and this happened. You're like, oh my God, that explains this thing that happens later. And I totally forgot because I only read the Bible 15 times. and now I need to know. And so then I like make notes and
Midwest
stuff.
people.
Wow, that is intense. How much do you still like? How much time do you spend a day reading? Like you read every day?
Yeah, well, I read every day.
God bless you.
Do you have a
Because-
TV?
Yeah, I haven't turned it on for about a month, but I read. But I read a lot. Like that's how I go to sleep. I don't
Oh my
know.
God.
How does
You don't
anyone-
masturbate to go to sleep? That's how I fall asleep.
I
That's
wish I
how
could
everybody
masturbate.
falls
I
asleep.
don't actually because if I start masturbating, then I just sort of keep masturbating. Like it doesn't. Like it doesn't stop. It becomes like a commitment. For
That's
a
her
while.
workout. Her
I
forearms
can't-
all day.
I can't stop masturbating once I start. That would be silly.
Because once you have like
Stop
one
whenever I
orgasm, once you have one orgasm, then you're like, maybe I'll
Oh,
take
no,
another.
you're
or
right.
Maybe I'll have another one of those. And then like 3.5 hours go by and you're supposed to be in bed. You have to work in the morning and now you're going to get 4 hours of sleep. It's better to read.
It's kind of like taking shots, huh? I don't need another one, but just one more.
Right. It is.
Yeah,
It is.
I do.
Orgasms and booze.
If
are
you guys
basically
knew
the
how
same.
easy our orgasms come, once one is there, it's like the other ones are like right behind it. They're like,
Exactly.
we're here too. We won. We're here. You know, it's so easy.
I stopped worrying about human orgasming a long time ago.
Oh, thanks.
Hey,
Thanks.
once you get told enough time on set, you won't make me come. I'm like,
Then I'm not going to try.
I'm not gonna try. I'm just gonna get through the scene.
Ew.
Yeah, I've been told some fucked up shit. Fuck you. bitches.
London, would you date another nerd? Would you date somebody in the nerd culture?
Yeah, as long as like, yeah, totally. As long as they weren't exactly the same as me, because I need my partner to leave. So like, I would date someone that plays like D&D because I'd be
Okay.
like, oh, you have a game to go to on Monday night with your friends. Please go. That would
Okay.
be awesome.
Something to like separate you two.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
agree. I can't have somebody around me
Yeah.
full time either.
Yeah,
or
I don't like 100% shared interest with
Yeah,
anybody.
I get it. No, 100%. I don't even want them to live near me. Like, I'm kind of like, I like you to live far away. I like destinations. I like meetups.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, you feel like you miss the person and the sex is better. And I don't know.
And they don't annoy you. Like if somebody's
Yeah.
around all the time, now their like smelly socks are getting in the way
Yeah.
of like you liking them enough to jump on their dick.
That's true.
So I don't
That's
know.
true.
That's me.
I get it.
So you would date a nerd, but not the same. She would date you. That's what she said.
That's what I said, I guess. we're gonna go on a date.
We're
after this.
foreshadowing this.
London, we would be a great couple. Look at our kids. They'd be hot.
They would be hot kids. I'd fuck your
Abs
kids.
all day.
When they're 18, of course.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Silly. Let's be real.
The combination of us. Okay.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Okay, so we do get a bunch of questions. So I'm going to move on to questions so we don't forget our people. Okay, so this is just for me. This is funny. Rob from Instagram asked Sylvia, "Hey, I love your podcast. I love you, Rob." He said, "Can I buy you drinks in LA sometime in March?" Yeah, my birthday's in March. I'd love for you to buy me drinks. That'd be great. Why? Why are you looking at me like you can't buy me drinks?
So my follow would be like, have you guys? Why would you would meet up a fan?
Well, I mean, he could pay for it. I go to dinners for $500 all the time. It's a $500 dinner, and then you buy the drinks.
God,
I'll
I
be
wish I
there.
was classy.
You wouldn't go to dinner for $500?
No, I thought you said you only go to dinner that cost $500. That's what I thought you were
like
saying.
they pay me $500 and they pay for dinner, and I'll stay.
Oh yeah, that's I would totally go.
Get a
Yeah.
date,
Wait, wait,
yeah.
wait, where are we going?
I don't care. It just depends on wherever they
I don't
want to
know.
go.
They want me to go to McDonald's. I'm not going.
Well, there's no drinks at McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly.
And I need drinks.
I need drinks to listen to your shitty stories.
And they also asked, would I ever date a fan? I hope that whoever I do date is a fan of mine. So, like, a fan of me in general. So I don't know. I don't know if they need to be a fan of my porn, but they need to find me sexy and they need to find me funny and raw. I'm just kidding.
Question: Do you
Yeah,
like,
fuck me raw.
Do you like if someone you're fucking watches your porn?
Yes.
Like not while we're fucking.
No, not while we're fucking.
while we're
But
fucking,
it's like
no.
if they're like away from you and they're masturbating to your porn,
You
do you
know,
like that?
Yeah.
There was I didn't like this conversation came up recently and I was fucking a dude that was like I watched some of your scenes and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh,
See, that's how I feel. I'm like, that's sweet.
See, that's what I feel like. But
that.
I know so many girls who are like, no, that creeps me out. I'm like, why? It's a compliment.
Yeah. What, you don't make the movies if you don't want people to watch them.
Yeah, it's like I love knowing that girls are fucking masturbating to my porn. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I
which
don't like to
one?
watch my own stuff though. Do you
I
watch your own stuff?
know.
Yeah,
No.
I don't either.
I'll watch my acting.
Yeah,
part
same,
piece.
same,
I'll
same.
watch up to the sex.
Yeah.
I know some people are like, but I want to get better, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be ugly when I fuck, no matter how many times I watch it.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to watch my acting, criticize that, and then turn it off. Like,
Yeah.
I make the
Yeah.
same stupid faces. I know what's.
yeah.
Recognize
No.
that face?
Yeah,
No,
holding
no,
my breath.
no. No, you just made the Brad Knight face is what you just made.
Oh God. You did.
I knew that London would know exactly what I was talking about. Oh my
That's not the
God.
face you made.
That's
No,
not.
no?
No, I was gonna say you don't make that face. Okay, so Geeky Guy on Twitter says, "Why should anyone still? Why should anyone still made to feel ashamed of their body or their sexuality? Why is it that you have to be a pervert or a slut to admit that you love sex? None of us would be here without it. How can we fight slut shaming?" I agree with you. First off,
They're all words. Fuck it.
but no, that's what he's saying. Like he's agreeing with us that why are we made to feel ashamed of it? And he says, you know, how do we fight slut shaming? That's his question.
Get rid of religion.
Yeah, that is
Well,
key.
that's a good first step.
That's the first step.
It's also probably the second and third, honestly.
Yeah.
I think if we didn't have religion, I don't think
We
we
wouldn't
would
be the shame.
actually-
Which is
yeah.
funny because the Bible is full of sex. Like
Yes.
it's literally dripping with sex.
Yeah.
Especially the Old Testament. There's all these weird sex stuff
Psalms
happening.
is like a sexy book.
Yeah.
Like,
It's origin.
It's not a
left and
15
right.
series book, but still.
It just goes in deeper. You know.
But honestly,
intended.
no, I agree. I think religion is like the root of it. And I think that that's the only thing telling us, because even like, you know, I have obviously issues with my own mother and religion, how she feels about and my career. And that's the only thing she says. She's like, oh, just, you know, you're having sex with people who don't love you. And I'm like, well, I've been doing that since I started having sex. So it's not.
I didn't love the first like several
Right.
people I had sex with.
Yeah. So yeah, I
said
agree
I
with
loved
you.
him.
We'll get rid of religion, and then we do stuff like this. We talk about sex, and we make it okay to have these conversations. We make it okay to talk about the bad things that happens in sex, and we talk about the good things that happen in sex, and we talk about getting gonorrhea, you know, like talk about those things because they happen. So that's how we do it. I think we just keep talking, and eventually they have to listen to us.
Normalizing it.
Exactly. Normalizing it because we all do it, and you wouldn't be here without it. So. All right. Next question is from Robbie, and this question is for both London and Nathan. And it says, Nathan, would you consider doing bi porn with a male? It says, London, would you be comfortable filming with men also who film with gay porn? Okay.
Well, I think we know the answer to yours at least.
What's yours?
Don't you do that?
Do you do bi porn?
I don't do bi porn.
Oh, I thought you did.
Because it's not really my jam. But I've worked with certain performers that have
Crossovered.
have
Yeah.
done crossover. Yeah. I'm picky about who I do and work with that does crossover because not every gay porn company uses pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the people that I work with have to be people that I know extremely well that are also very, very picky about who they work with.
Like Lance.
Like we're talking about Lance. Lance Hart. I work with Lance Hart.
Yeah, I work with Lance as well. Yeah, I've done bi stuff. I do bi porn, so I love it. But
Yeah, we all know that Lance is the shit.
Yeah.
He took me out shooting the other day. It's fucking great.
would you consider it?
No, the same reason, like unfortunately, because not unfortunately, but because of the straight porn industry, there is a lot of things that say do or do not, but also, I don't want to go to set and work with someone that I don't give them all my very best. You know, it's like I'm not into dudes. Mustaches weird me out. Mustaches and cowboy hat weird me out more because my dad.
You feel like you're fucking your dad?
Yeah, I don't know. But it was never my jam, and I don't want to go to set and have to I have to figure out how to get my mind in the right frame of to do this. I remember Lance was telling me his first scene. He's like going to set.
And he's married to a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was talking about, he's like, okay, I'm like doing this with this guy, and then I'm filling up his biceps. He's like, oh, that's not bad. And he's trying to figure out how to put
Process
himself
it.
in that
Yeah.
spot. And if I was going to do bi porn, it doesn't do as much. I have to put a lot more effort, and this job's already stressful enough when I'm working with a girl who's treating me like a piece of shit. So it's like going there and having to do that scene that way. It's like, it's not something I want to do.
Okay.
Even though I probably could make a killer.
Do you think that that's because of the double standard?
It's it's the double. No, it's not just the double standard. That's just my feelings on wanting to go do that. I want to give people my best performance I can possibly give them.
Yeah.
And having to overthink and try to figure out, oh, look at that dick. It's not really what I want to do right now, but they are paying me. It's just, that's a whole nother process.
Do you do DP stuff and things like that?
I stopped for a long time. I stopped doing gangbangs, stopped doing DPs.
Because I was like, that's a lot of dick to dick.
Dude,
Yeah, it is.
I've been in scenarios on straight sets where this is the gayest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
15 dudes in a room jerking it. Where's the girl? And we're just like, I'm looking at a lamp. I'm not looking you in the eye. You just get in these spots where it's like, oh, this is gay, but
Well, and I've also heard that a lot of the guys don't even like doing blow bangs because that's how it feels. Because it's very only one girl and all these dicks.
blow bangs are hanging out with your buddy and jerking off. That is all blow bang is. 15 guy blow bang. I have got my dick sucked for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, to the back of the group, and now it's just backs. What's up, guys?
But yeah, I think a lot of the guys that do crossover, I mean, they're on Truvada. They're very safe.
Yeah.
There's not
I'm on Truvada and I do a lot.
I'm also on Truvada.
You are?
I don't do a ton of I have sex with strangers.
Right,
For
exactly.
my job, it's just a good thing to be on.
And Truvada, by the way, for people who don't know, it's PrEP. It's the preventative to HIV, and I'm on it as well. And I say the same thing, and people are always like, "Oh, you're on it because you do crossover." I'm like, "No, I'm on it because I have sex.
Yeah.
I'm not on it because I have sex with gay men. I'm on it because I have sex with men and women and everyone. Because anyone who's fucking should legitimately be on it.
That's the biggest misconception is that it's a gay drug. No,
Exactly.
it's not a gay
It's
drug.
not, yeah.
And HIV is on the rise in African American communities and Latino communities, in straight communities, because people are not having these conversations
Yes.
and they're not being responsible with whomever they have sex
Yes,
with.
110%.
Question. Do you guys have I guess you will have feelings on this about in the straight porn community, how if you say you're on PrEP, automatically think, oh, he's selling himself for money and getting fucked in the ass.
Really?
I've seen people get mad. They're like,
Well, that is
wait, you're on
dumb.
PrEP?
Well,
I'm
honestly,
That's
you
just
don't-
ignorance.
You don't have to. Then just don't it's ignorant. But honestly, then don't tell idiots.
Oh, no,
that
I
you're
don't.
on
I'm
it.
just like, I
be
find
on
it
your-
very
Just
interesting.
take your meds.
Yeah. Take your pill every day. Yeah. Yeah, I always tell people I take 3 pills a day, and there's one for anti-herpes, anti-babies, and anti-HIV.
Exactly,
Those
yeah.
are my pills. I don't want any of those things.
We have
So
the same pill box.
Right, yeah. Yeah. It's just my professional pillbox. That's all it is. All right, guys. We're actually out of time for the show, but I do want you guys to press what you have upcoming and where they can find you. So what do you got?
Well, you can find me on Twitter. It's London Sea River. You can follow my Twitter to Instagram. I don't use my Instagram as much because it's dumb to me.
It is dumb.
And
Not yours, everyone.
and yeah, my Twitter will just take you everywhere. So just
Great.
go there.
Okay, good to know. Nathan?
You can find me at Twitter at Nathan_Bronson. You can find me on Instagram at NathanBronson6.6.6. You can find me on YouTube at Hanging with Nathan.
Which
you
is
can
a lot of fun.
I love your videos.
Yeah.
And those will be getting posted a lot more. I just was very broke last year and couldn't afford to buy bitches food and cook for them at the same time and also pay my editor. So all the things you want is at the Google thing. So just Google it, my name, and you'll find me.
Love it. All right, guys. You can find me. I've got some upcoming shows. I'll be in Hollywood at the Hollywood Foxhole on the 20th. I also have another show in Venice that night on the 20th. And then on the 24th, I will be at the Laugh Factory doing their Fresh Faces show. I'll spit it out. So come see me there. We'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in for another episode of Sexy Funny Raw. Find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Sexy Funny Raw. Watch and listen to all of our episodes at sexyfunnyraw.com, making the airwaves sexy one show at a time. Until next time, stay sexy, bitches.